Chargers were a complete laughingstock of the league last year, a miserable 5-12 season to show for themselves. The worst part is, they lost 63-21 to the Raiders, and after this devastating loss, the Chargers decide to make changes. Chargers owner Dean Spanos decided that he wasn't all in on Brandon Staley and Tom Telesco after this game. He fired both head coach and GM in the same day. This would be the start of their search for their next head coach, and maybe a shot at evolving this talented roster. At the end of the day, players were the ones on the field playing the games, but their head coach Brandon Staley failed them those final 14. The Chargers head into the offseason early, working on finding their next dream head coach. Their dreams became true shortly, landing Jim Harbaugh. If one coach can elevate a roster, it's this guy. Look at his resume in college, even in the NFL. The guy is a winner, and you cannot deny that. Jim Harbaugh in 13 seasons as a college coach won 118 games to 46 losses, which gave him a staggering 72% win rate. To add on top of that resume in 2023, which was just last year, he went 15-0 with Michigan, winning the Rose Bowl and the College Football National Championship. He even won games in the big league. As an NFL coach for the 49ers, he won 44 games for 19 losses, which also gave him a 70% win rate. If that's not impressive to you, then I don't know what is. To be able to win games in college is hard enough, but to emulate that success to the NFL right away is another type of generational coach. It's why his brother is still a coach today in the NFL. These guys obviously know what they're doing. Not to mention, he lost to his brother in Super Bowl 47. Adding Harbaugh to this coaching staff instantly gives this team a better chance for the future. It will change the culture of the Los Angeles Chargers. Harbaugh wants one thing, and that's to bring the Los Angeles fan base a Lombardi trophy at the end of the season. If you like what you're watching so far, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. I appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you. Obviously, there are some serious question marks surrounding this football team, but I believe the wide receiver group will be fine the way it is in 2024. What people need to realize is the Chargers are trying to get a younger core surrounding Justin Herbert. Yeah, they could have re-signed Mike Williams or Keenan Allen to longer deals, but it's too costly for them considering their ages and their injury history. Why not start fresh with a brand new coach? I think it was a good addition adding Ladd McConkey to their wide receiver group. Ladd has a smaller frame at 5'11", 187 pounds, but his route running will make up for his size. Ladd produces quick feet, smooth hips, and instant acceleration. This will give Herbert a deadly weapon in his arsenal. I think Ladd can break out his rookie year and have a good season. We could potentially see him switching between the outside number 2 spot and slot. As for Quentin Johnson, I think he needed a season to grow as a rookie. He had a lot of issues being able to catch the ball last year with a 56% catch rate. I believe he can come back from a bad season and make something out of it in 2024. Some NFL players don't come right in the league and dominate. They need some time to warm up first. Look at Brandon Graham for the Eagles. It took him 8 or 9 seasons before he became great. He can develop into a key threat for the Chargers. He just needs to stay motivated and keep his confidence high. The Chargers also beefed up the offensive line, selecting Joe Alt out of Notre Dame. Alt has been considered to be one of the top tackles. Give him a couple seasons and he will be one of the top 5 tackles in the league. Possesses great athleticism for his size and has a high football IQ for being just 21 years old. This gives Justin Herbert a breath of air knowing his blind side will be covered for years to come behind Joe Alt. The Chargers made the best choice there, even if they had the chance to get the top receiver in the draft. This pick will definitely play out in their favor when it's all said and done. Another key draft pick the Chargers made in the 2024 draft is Junior Colson. Even though he was a 3rd round pick, he was selected at number 69 in the 2024 draft. He has a unique ceiling. Colson is a strong and reliable run defender. He is good at playing the line of scrimmage. His coverage skills are above average for a linebacker. He has great potential in the league to break out and become a key star for the Chargers in the future. If he can prove himself in training camp, he may find himself in a starting role in 2024. The Chargers also made an addition of adding Gus Edwards in free agency from the Ravens. Jim Harbaugh stole his own brother's player right from him. The Chargers are getting an experienced 29-year-old vet that still has juice left in the tank. Coming off his best season yet, where he posted 198 carries for 810 yards, averaging 4.1 yards a carry and 13 rushing touchdowns. This will be a dynamic threat for the Chargers in the red zone and will give Herbert and the offense more options for different different plays. Gus is an extremely consistent and dependable running back, and he will produce for the Chargers in the run game. If this offense can manage to produce at a high level all season long, this team will be a dominant force in the league for many years to come. The Chargers defense is still in good shape, as they still have Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, which is a deadly combination. Having both of these guys on the defensive line is a nightmare for any offensive lineman. Khalil Mack just had one of his best seasons in a while with 74 tackles and 17 sacks on the season. Bosa managed to pick up 6.5 sacks during the 2023 campaign. If the Chargers defensive backfield can hold up this year, these numbers will rise exponentially for both players. Derwin James is coming off a season with 125 tackles with 39 assists and 2 sacks with an interception. James has been considered to be one of the best safeties in the National Football League for the past couple seasons. Last season he had a down year, but I believe he will regain his all-pro form and have a great season for this Chargers defense. He's one player that needs to step it up this year if they want a shot to prove themselves as one of the best defenses. There are many defensive players on this Chargers team I can sit here and talk to you about for hours that are young and intriguing, but I'm gonna let the season tell you that. Sit back and watch the Los Angeles Chargers shock NFL fans around the world. Mark my words, because they are going to surprise a lot of people.